Okay, so now I get to say that all over again because I forgot to push the button on YouTube. Anyway, YouTubers, Friday night mini readings. I'll smudge you guys on Facebook. Hopefully that'll show up later because Facebook keeps sticking already. And we'll bless you on YouTube. We'll give you YouTube viewers a little bit more light. How's that? Smudge myself. And bless my cards. We're going to be talking about a few things tonight, so get your tea ready and your pencil and paper ready, just in case you forget to download this video. Get your water ready, whatever you drink. Water would be nice so you guys can keep your vibration nice and high. Let me scroll this up. Sorry. May the light of God surround me, the love of God hold me, the power of God protect me, the presence of God watch over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. So, YouTubers, if you want to ask a question, come on over to Facebook. As YouTube isn't always reliable for me to record live, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I got the tablet over here and I got the cell phone over here. Thank God for modern technology, you know. So the question I was asked was about a ringing in the person's ear. Now, we all have to remember when you have gifts, gifts always change. Always. A lot of people will tend to worry about... excuse me, you guys. Ahmed, it's nice to have you here, honey. It's nice to be in real time with you. Even though I see Facebook is sticking a lot today, so don't tell me about it. I can't change it. I can't do anything, okay? So we'll just keep it rolling. Hello, sister. Oops, I'm not supposed to be talking. Facebook sticks and this sticks and that sticks, so hopefully between the two, we'll get it all together here. When you have gifts and you use your gifts, it is, to my belief, that it's very normal for them sometimes just to take a break. Okay, hey Gypsy? Sometimes Spirit is like, okay, you worked, take a break. Now, if you don't take a break, we know what happens, right? Yeah. Not fun things happen. Okay? Nothing bad. I mean, I don't think of a cold as being bad, but we get sick so that we can rest, you know? So, other than resting, other things will occur, such as ringing of the ears. This happened to me and my family members and a lot of my students when your gifts are changing how you use them. When your gifts are changing as in receiving new gifts, okay? And then sometimes after the ringing, sometimes 4 days. Not too bad in a lifetime, right? Not too bad to be getting new and different gifts, huh? So after the ringing and sometimes a little ache, you might think you have an earache or something like that, but you don't. Spirit is just working with you, you know, changing the body chemistry to be in better attunement, you know. So know that just because sometimes you stop seeing things or hearing things or feeling things, whatever gift you have, it's not bad. It's just different. It's just a change, okay? It's just a change. Ahmed, it is nice to be in the same realness with you, my dear. Okay, so for those of you on YouTube, I don't read the person's question. Though, you know, I'm going to ask you guys next week. All the time? You might want to ask your spirit guides about that. I know one of my sisters, it lasted probably about a full month. But we figured that she was just, that's how she got her anger out. And because both of my sisters, when they got mad at each other, that telepathy, what do you call it when you move stuff with your mind? Telekinesis. And they would be throwing things. So she finally controlled herself, learned how to control herself, and stopped throwing things, but then the ear would go, or her throat would feel swollen, or something like that. And then, you know, after about a month, it went away. But it was because she was controlling her body to the point to where instead of this happening, this was happening. So one day we have to sit down, honey, and get together and find out why it's going on forever and ever. If you haven't already been to the doctor to figure that out, you know. Ah, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Um, so just know and remember that because something different happens doesn't mean you're broke. It doesn't mean that, you know, a lot of people say, oh, my gifts got taken away. No, you're just on vacation. They'll be back. Hang on to your panties. Okay, Ahmed, I know you're there, so listen up. Well, first I saw yes, so there you go. Next, come on, Facebook, wake up, wake up, wake up. Usually it's Facebook flowing. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm just recording this for YouTube, and I'm gonna post it later. I don't usually talk, but I can wave. Because I think it's rude not to respond, but I know I don't need to respond all the time. You guys already know that I don't talk other than to the person that the reading is for. So, and this reading is for Ahmed. So, Ahmed, you have Butterfly Maiden from the Maiden and the, oh shoot, Goddess Guide Oracle cards. Oh, how pretty. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Yes, 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 okay? Just, you know, tell her to be patient. It's coming. It's coming. Okay? She could be still. She looks like what do you call it? The rat in the maze. Wow, Facebook is sticking a lot. Okay, I'm unstuck now. Just tell her to be still a lot more often, honey. What was that? Oh. Just be still. It's not going to be, 100%, but it's going to be 80. 80%, they're going to get what they expected. Okay, honey. I love you. Crystal, are you here? Okay, well, we'll do you another time. Mimi. Hi, Mimi. I gotta tell you, I always know when you post. It's always pink. Well, there's several. We all have ancestors that are always just right here. They're just right here, jabbering away all the time. That's why I tell you guys, you have to learn. You're in control of your domain. This is my domain. Nothing goes on without Tasha's permission, okay? Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So, in doing your 2 minutes every day still, 2 minutes never stops. 2 minutes of being still for 2 minutes. That never stops. Never, ever, 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 ever. For the rest of your life, you're going to do your 2 minutes. Okay? There's tons of them. There's a Frank right now. Write that down. And I don't know what nationality you are, but it looks like, what is that? Either Italian or Portuguese. Because I know Portuguese looks a lot like Spanish, and it sounds a lot like Spanish. But I say Italian because I can see these huge, the Italians make some good ass food, right? So I'm seeing these huge hindquarters for ham. I think they're the ones that make bruschetta. And they're rows and rows and rows of these hams. I don't know what's up with the ham. You figure that out later. And some little man with a big, thick mustache. And he curls it out just a little bit. It's not a handlebar. It's just a little dink, okay? Just a little dink dink. you know? So he's here. And he says his name is Roberto. And that was the Italian guy. And then there's two from Portugal. And I don't know what the hell they're saying because they're talking way too fast and they did not bring an interpreter. Okay, so I don't interpret. So what I did tell them is to show me in pictures what you're trying to say. So the first thing, so they are funny as hell, okay? Yeah, the spirits, your spirits, girl, Mimi, they are funny as hell. Okay, so I'm seeing a huge vineyard, right? And I see the sign, and it feels Spanish to me, which, as I just told you, Spanish is a lot like Portuguese, right? So they're in this vineyard, and it's like I could feel the little office place back here where you like do taste testing and whatnot. And he's holding up a heart. You know how in the Olympics they hold in the old days they held up the number over their head. So over his head he's got a huge card and it's got a heart on it. So I'm asking them their names, but they're not telling me yet. They're just smiling at you, me. They're just smiling at you, and they're just so funny. And now the two Portuguese brothers. Yeah, see, that'll be something for you to look into. Winery Brothers, Portugal. They're doing this little jig, a dance, and I think you're in your 20s. So yeah, a jig is a dance, and they're just so funny. They're just so funny. Okay, anyway, so the other one's holding up his card, and he's holding up a gold star, So you get a gold star and you get a heart. They're so funny. Oh my goodness. Other than that, in this uh, great vineyard, it's like build it and they will come. Come on, Sophia. What's the name of that movie? Build it and they will come movie. Yeah, think about it later. When the spirits come out of the cornfield, so it's like that, right? So now popping up behind these two brothers in the vineyards is thousands and thousands and thousands of your ancestors. So you you've got a good start with those three. I'm telling you, those are the three strongest. So start talking to them. Don't expect anything, just wait for an answer. Don't expect to hear whatever you think they're going to say. Just wait. I know you have your glass of water and your tablet and pencil by your bed already. So when you get up in the middle of the night to go pee, you can just write it down. Or, you just take your cell phone, put it down, and then the next morning you can hear whatever they had to tell you when you were sleepwalking, as it were. But oh honey, there's just thousands. And just so we all know that we all have thousands, and it's not something, challenging or difficult or surprising that your ancestors are talking to you all the time. All the time, you know? I don't remember your situation very clearly, but I think you might be able to make an altar for your ancestors. So let's say you go through mom's family album and you find a picture of this person, picture of that person, and look for the graveyards. Of course, graveyards, the vineyards. Don't forget, the picture is going to be in black and white or sepia or something like that. Because we're talking, 1863, 1889, something like that. Okay, and wow. They're there and they keep showing up. No, I can't talk to you all. You may as well just stand there and smile. I'm not talking to you all today, honey. I got other things to do. You guys can come back later when she's available later, meaning not now. Meaning not in 2 minutes, my time, not your time. I know you don't got no time. So y'all can come back another time and then we'll give her your messages. Okay, honey bunny? But our ancestors, a lot of people make it seem like, ooh, I want to talk to my ancestors. They're the end all be all. No, not necessarily. There's billions of spirits like there's billions of people on the planet. Different types, sizes, shapes, forms, duties. Every spirit has a duty on the other side to help us, if they choose to do that, on this side. Just like we help them on that side by asking these types of questions and practicing, being patient and practicing, okay? So it's not like you won, a 14 karat gold something huge dinner plate for, coming to this realization. That's what they're there for, to help us. That's their job. When I cross over and go home, it'll be my job to come and help you guys learn what it's like on the other side and what your purpose for being is and how to do it best. And don't fall in love now because the right guy is coming right around the corner. Just hang on another year, things like that. That's their job. The doctor who is your master doctor, your master teacher, your pharmacist, your doorkeeper, all of those guys. Oh, that's how I was taught. All of those guys have a purpose. Your ancestors have a purpose. All of the elves and fairies and cherubs and gnomes, Orisha, they have purpose. And it's up to us to use them with that purpose, okay? Okay, honey. I'm going to shut up and go on because we need to talk about other things in a minute. Okay, Tabitha, are you here? Okay, don't type nothing, guys, because I don't want the box to pop back up, okay? Thank you. Tabitha, are you here, Tabitha? Calling Tabitha. Going once, going twice. Tabitha, hello. I didn't get a good feeling automatically. I got a, when you, what do you call it? When you want to throw up, but you don't throw up? Dry heaves? Yeah, that. Freya, bold. Unleash your adventure side. Take a risk and be daring. Sorry. There. Okay, so with that, I want to say, there's some Peter here. Peter Washington. It's a W last name and it's long. Okay, Spirit, would you clear up the thing with Facebook, please, so I can continue? Okay, I'm back on again. So it's Peter Washington. Peter something with a W that's really long. And Peter looks to be about 6'3" or so, athletic build, light caramel colored complexion, nice thick long piano fingers, and beautiful, beautiful vibration. I don't know who this is. He just saw your light and he came in. Okay? Excuse me. And he's telling you, just be careful. Just go slow and be careful. If it seems too good to be true, it is. Okay? And then, who are you? This is interesting. I don't think I've ever done a reading with a squirrel in it before. There's a huge fat. You are too fat. You're fat like me. Fat is beautiful. It's okay. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. It is so funny. It looks like he's on a clothesline. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. It looks like she's on a clothesline. And you are just the fattest, cutest little squirrel I've ever seen. Okay, what do you want? Oh, you don't want anything? Oh, okay. Are you serious? She is so funny, girl. She says, she can call me Henrietta. And so in my head, you know I'm old school, so you probably are too young to know Henrietta the hippo, right? And she says, yes, but I'm Henrietta the squirrel. And I just came by to tell her I love you. She looks so pretty today. Mm-hmm. So there you go, and there it be. You don't need to bring all your cheer in. No. And don't be shitting all over my bed either, okay? I see you. I see you, Henrietta. No, you go to her house. You walk all over her bed, not my bed. I still see you. Don't be bringing them squirrels up in here. You know I don't like no animals on my bed. The only animal gets on my bed is Jake, because Jake don't leave a mess, okay? Aww. Look at what you got. Am I back? Okay, I'm back. That is so beautiful, Tabitha. There you go. High Priestess, you have divine knowledge that can help others through you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. And you know what that tells me? That tells me that you have gifts that you're not using for others. Yeah, I can see you grinning already. You know it. I know it. You get with it. Now, get with it. Get with it. Okay? Honey, you don't want to have them tell me to tell you twice. I'm not saying something bad is going to happen. I'm saying it would make your life a lot better, flow smoother, and then you wouldn't have to worry about this question that you asked me. Just be careful. I don't see, like, you dying or nothing. I don't see no blood on the floor or nothing like that. But I do see like a scratch on your face, and I don't think that one came from spirit. Just so you know. Okay. So that's about as harmful as that's going to get. And you could avoid it altogether. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, we need to work on that, huh? Because look at it this way. Would Goddess give you something so wonderful if you were not worthy of it? You chose this life. You chose those gifts. Get out the closet. Come on, get to work. You already got folks lined up ready to hear whatever you have to say. So get on the ball. What's going to happen to you? The worst thing that's going to happen to you, just trust me, is some idiot is going to say, "Oh, you're wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're doing." And you know why people do that, Tabitha? Let me tell you why people do that. People do that, A, because they themselves have a low self-esteem. B, don't want to accept reality. Okay? They don't want to accept the reality of the question that you ask them, that they ask you. And you're trying to help them by answering their question. So the first thing they do is, "No, you're wrong. I don't know who Tasha is. I don't know what you're talking about." And then they get home, listen to a message, go through their emails. "Oh, yeah, I remember Tasha. She made me a piece of jewelry back in 2012. I remember. Oh, yeah." See? So instead of tripping on your own self, just know that you're just a telephone. A telephone can't be wrong. I'm just saying what they're saying, that you can't see or hear yet. That's all. I can't be wrong. So there's no fear. You see what I mean? There is no. There was, of course. I'm human. Of course, when I was 15, I was scared to death, just like everybody else. When Grandma says, "Okay, Tasha, get up and give a reading in church," you know. So anyway, um, just okay. See, just because you said that, yeah, we gonna practice. Yeah, we are. We're gonna practice. Okay. There you go. There you go. Who is this? I don't know what she's talking about. Move. That's the part that sucks about listening to somebody else's playlist. Um, there's a J name for you. Uh, Jade. Do you know a Jade? It looks like she still has clothes, skin. Jade. Jade is kind of petite. Do you know a Jade? Yes or no? Here or there. Type something. Okay, Tabitha. Type something. Quickly. Today. Okay. This girl, you feel pretty young, and she's younger than you by 3 years or so. She's going to be coming to you for some, just a shoulder, not necessarily advice. And if she asks for it, we don't, excuse me, I don't give advice usually unless it's asked for, because you don't want to necessarily attach your spiritual lessons to their spiritual lessons. That's my mother's belief. uh, she just needs a shoulder. She's just absolutely distraught, and she needs to just and regurgitate all the junk that's inside of her. She doesn't trust anybody. So when you see a very light-skinned black girl, she looks like she's a size 2. That's how you gonna know. Her little bones are sticking out. She's so tiny. And she's tiny because she is just so full of stress and worry and anxiety and just overwhelmed by everything. So part of your spiritual duty is to listen. That's one of your gifts, as it were, is just to listen. Okay? And that's it. But she's going to need to vent for like 2 hours, so be prepared. You guys drinking your water? I can hear Dana in my head. My sister. Jade. Such a cute little thing. Okay, honey, thank you. I love you. Leslie, are you here, Leslie? I want you guys all to know just how wonderful and truly blessed you are. And the reason why I put it like that is because I know a lot of people don't believe in this stuff. It's just hogwash. There's no, there's nothing else out there. When we die, we just, turn to dust, and that's it. And, oh, I love you too, honey. Thank you. And I'm not saying that that's wrong if that's what you choose to believe. However, I think since we're here, there must be a reason. Since we're here, we must be meant for assisting each other and not just hoarding our gifts, locking them away in a closet. Because you know what? Look at it like this. I can sit here and do readings for 10 hours. But if you hear it best from, Dana, then the only thing you're going to hear from me is wah, 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 wah. So that's why. Oh, and we all have our first time experiences, honey. And if you haven't seen my YouTube video on that, it's funny as hell because I just get down like that, I'm just funny. What can I say? So we all have our learning experiences. I'll put it that way because I don't want to scare anybody off. So in the process of just deciding to use your gift and get over the first time jitters and the first time this and the first time that, and people going, you're wrong, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. I want my money back. No, that never happens. No. Oh, by the way, if you're 2 minutes late, I'm gone. And no, I don't do refunds. No. And people have people are challenged by the notion that just because they pay for a reading, they should get something other than the energy that we telephones, because that's all I am, is a telephone, provide. And no, because it takes a lot to muster up that energy to do a reading for 3 hours, which is what I usually do, So life would really go a lot smoother if you just chose to use your gifts and just go ahead and live through the fear and, anxiety and and give yourself a time limit, just like with any other goal in life, just like anything you're trying to achieve. It has to have a time limit. What's the difference between a goal and a dream? A goal has a time limit. Okay, so we're going to give ourselves a time limit and we're going to get it done. That's it. That's it. Once you make the choice, that's it. And then you'll have your first time jitters, your first time oopses and ahs, and oh, I shouldn't have did that, I should have did this, and then you realize, oh well, I did the best I could do, and that's all we can do. That's all we can do. So, having said that, let's move on. Who are we moving on to? Oops. I should tell you guys, I type really messed up when my energy's really high, just so you know. It's worse. Abby, Abby. Abby, Abby. Oh my goodness, girl. The first thing I saw on the big, huge white wall, black, huge, bold block font. Forgiveness. And Sonny Patterson gave an awesome definition of forgiveness, which I do not remember, but it was awesome. So basically, you're not going to forget something like you forgot how to F-O-R-E, give. So ahead of time, you are giving to yourself. Okay? We temporarily forgot how to forgive the notion that you should be anything other than what you are and what you're doing. Okay? So, in order to answer your question, we're going to start with forgiveness. Everybody, because think about it. I believe we believe the same. So we both then know that everything happens for a reason. It's not bad. It's not a waste of time. It's not stupid. It's not this. It's not that. It's just a lesson, and you learned it. Okay, boo boo, come on, let's keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Okay, we can't stop and all and I don't know. Maybe. Well, I'll think about that tomorrow. No, let it go. Let it go. And we're going to forgive that person, and we're going to forgive that person. And you don't have to go be, oh, hey, Tasha, you remember last Thursday you asked me for $5? Well, I really had it, but I just didn't want to give it to you. No, not like that. Within yourself. Within yourself. We're just going to squash it, okay? So we're going to take that whatever situation, and we're going to turn it into, I don't know, you know me, a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Yes. Yes, I live by Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. And I'm going to say, okay, Tosh, you were hating on Abby because she said something and you took whatever she typed with a tone. And that's not nice because people have the right to do whatever they want to do. Okay, so Tasha, I apologize for assuming, Abby was out of line. Something like that. That's how I do for myself. Some guy said something. I made a comment. He didn't like the comment. He's like, that's your life. Cool. And I'm like, well, I can't really hear him say that. Yet we're human. It's like the words he chose to type back to me were not appreciative. So I just said, Tosh, maybe he's just not in a good mood and I'm just going to squash it. So I just told him, I apologize. I didn't mean to ruffle anyone's feathers with my comment. So I'll just remove it. Have a good day. And that was it. But I'm still a girl, so it's still ping-ponging around in my head, right? So I had to replace that. Yes! With my Bugs Bunny cartoon and the rooster guy, whatever the hell his name is. And I just told myself, Tasha, you be a silly girl. Because he ain't sitting here worried about you. What are you sitting here worried about him for? And if he was upset and you keep it pushing. Who cares if my sister hated me because, when I grew up, mama got the good job and then I got good clothes and, bedroom full of furniture, blah, 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 blah. She's entitled to her opinion no matter how fucked up it is, right? So what am I still sitting here 25, 30 years later thinking about that? When I see her, I am more honest. I used to not say a whole bunch of things that was on my mind, and now I'm like, fuck that shit. Look, bitch. You are not my end all be all. I still love you though. Kudos, deuces, bye. you know. And after that I felt so good. I felt so good. Wow. That was just a burden taken off my chest, just speaking up. So now in my later years I've learned how to say things to certain people a little bit more tactful. Okay? So first of all, I want you to forgive yourself for thinking this person had to be that, or they had to do this, or they had to do that, and they didn't say thank you. And, Patricia O'Neill never paid you back that $5 from high school, and, things like that. People have the right to be stupid. Let them be. You can keep on loving them, just like when we're babies. We don't know. We just, la la la, la la la, life is good. I got toys, I got food, and mommy changes my diaper. And then, so it's like I'm seeing dirt, okay? So you know how when you say, I'm going to build a little garden, so you have a portion of area, and you put down the stuff for drainage, right? Or I don't know if it's in your backyard, you put down something, the tarp stuff usually, and after you build your indentation in the dirt, then you put your tarp down or something, and then you put your rock down and your hay down and probably compost and then some other dirt, whatever, and then you start planting your seeds, right? So that tells me planning, not planting, because you're going to be doing that constantly anyway. You're always planting seeds of progress. So now we're going to actually plant those seeds. We're planning to plant those seeds. We're going to dot our I's, we're going to cross our T's, and we're going to remember all those little things that normally we would have forgotten, right? So this is already February, so we can start planning, June, July, August for the move. I don't know, looks like you're moving. The business and yourself, your spiritual self. Your spiritual move to better, different. Use your gifts. Be still. Put yourself first, I don't know, it looks like your kids are walkable, talkable, can fix their own cold cereal. So, that means you can start pampering yourself more, okay? There's John James. I saw James first, and then I saw John. And then he whispered with a raspy voice like he was a smoker. Do you know of somebody that died of tuberculosis? Some throat cancer or something, because I can see the hole in his throat now. And he has a real raspy voice, Somebody's talking. I gotta put my drumming back on so I can focus. There's a John. And he's trying to talk to you. Did you have an uncle that passed of, throat cancer or tuberculosis or something? That's what it feels like. He's short and he was hunched over a little bit. I want to hunch over and okay, so I'm telling him to show me something else. He shows he's showing me him dancing. He is so cute. Um he's taking me way, way back. He looks like the guy from Zoot Suit, a Pachuco, uh, with his Zoot Suit attire. He's so cute. But he's short, so he had those shoes with a little bit of a lift in it, okay? So, I don't know, look through mom's photo albums or something. Uh, you're gonna know him because he'll be the one that's always dressed up fancy. He loved dancing, 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 dancing. He would go dancing every single day if he didn't have to work. Um, anyway, so I'm asking him now. Okay, just tell me the message. Oh, he's another one that just came by because he saw your light, and he's giving you this huge stogie and a bottle of. Oh wow. Agave. Oh my gosh. That really super duper 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 expensive tequila desde Mexico. And he's like, I don't drink anymore, so you could have the whole bottle. And he just has this little tiny shot glass. And he's like, that's it. That's all I can have now. He's so precious. Anyway, so talk to him and know that he's there to assist you. He's so precious. He wants you to go dancing. I remember something about dancing before. I don't remember what exactly. But get your booty out dancing, girl. And he'll be there with you to assist you along the way. Yeah, John James, James John. John James. John James. He doesn't look like a John James, as you could imagine. I mean, he looks like a uh, uh, I don't know, Erving Antonio Gongora Ochoa. He doesn't look like a John James. So, talk to him. He's absolutely lovely and he smells so good. And you, don't forget to be good to yourself, my dear. You haven't been good to yourself, okay? They gonna get you. Okay, honey, I love you. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. I have a new message. Let's see. Um, Maureen, Maureen, Maureen. Where's Maureen? Maureen, Maureen. I know you're here somewhere. Um, yes, there's definitely a big suitcase there. A big suitcase, like a suitcase you would take for vacation for about 2 weeks. Nice suitcase too, by the way. It's huge. I mean, it stands like what is that, 4 feet tall, and it's one of the newer ones where it swivels around as it stands upright on its side, as it were. So I see the huge suitcase in an empty room, which also would normally indicate to me that you are considering a move or you're going to move, because there's nothing else in the living room and the two big long windows. Or either you're going someplace for a long time, like 2 or 3 weeks. And there is, okay, so the furniture's back in the living room now, and one big long huge French pane type window. And there is some. Oh, she smells so good. She smells like Dove soap. She smells like Dove soap and white shoulders. So that right there tells me this is an older person, at least 10, 15 years older than yourself, coming by for a quick visit, like a weekend visit. Make sure it's a weekend, okay? It looks like they want to like just move in, and this is not the best time for you to be having move-in people. She can stay with you for a little while, and then she can stay with another family member. She doesn't feel like she's your grandmother. It feels like she's your play grandmother, as we call it, your play granny. And I only say that because she might be younger than what she looks, so no offense. But she's kind of wrinkly. Pretty pink cheeks. She smells like Dove and white shoulders, I'm telling you. And I'm looking at her hands, and for I don't know, for whatever reason they want you to see her hands, because at the beginning they're like the Dove commercial, or what is that? With Madge, the Palmolive commercial, remember? The lady had beautiful hands, right? As she's soaking them in Palmolive. And I see them aging, and they're getting more and more and more and more and more and more and more wrinkly. So I don't know what that means. Figure it out. So yes, company. Oh, there's somebody else. You have a nephew? He looks to be about 10 or 12, dark brown hair. It looks like he's got big, huge blue eyes, long eyelashes, and he just thinks the world of you. Well, whoever that is, they're coming. Not the same time. Different times. Looks like he's going to stay about a week and then go back to wherever he came from. But other than that, flowers are coming up. Did you already plant flowers? And no, that means you would have had to plant flowers in June, right? I think that's when you plant flowers. I don't know. Because it looks like flowers are coming up. Flowers are coming up. Tons and tons and tons of flowers. You know what it looks like? You know that thing that came out now? You roll it out and you water it and poof, the flowers come up? That's what it looks like, really. Because, I mean, this whole row of flowers is just so fragrant and beautiful and colorful and alive and all this good stuff. Oh, okay. Well, she's coming for a visit then. Oh, wait, which one? The older lady? Not that it matters, because you know what you're doing. Sorry. And these flowers, that tells me that you did some homework over the past couple of weeks. And they are very, very, they're very, very happy with your progress. So kudos to you. Don't forget to celebrate. Work, reward, work, reward. Go have that big, huge, fat chocolate sundae. And we bless our food. We bless all the calories out of our food. I see some peas, though, in a huge, it's not a sieve, it's a colander, okay? It's one of them old-fashioned colanders that's like, I don't know, 25 inches in diameter. It's one of those huge ones like your granny would have. Oh, okay. Well, he visits you often then, honey. And he loves him some you. Yes, he does. They're giving, I don't know why they're giving you a bowl full of these peas. You're shucking peas. You know, you're cutting off the ends and pulling out the strings. But the colander is huge. So have you been eating well? Drinking your water. Other than that, they're really happy with your progress. You're getting tons and tons. I mean, it's like a whole acre of just flowers that you walked outside and they're like, let's bloom, you know? So kudos to you, my dear. Kudos to you. Talk to the nephew. Expect the granny looking lady. And yes, yes, yes. In between that business thing that you're doing, take some time for yourself and go on a little vacation. Okay, Facebook has stopped again. Well, if Facebook doesn't catch up, you can see this on YouTube. The Angel's Tube on YouTube. Sorry, guys. I can't help Facebook sticking. So, yeah, you're doing really good. You're looking good. Eat some more green veggies, drink some more water, and you'll be 100%. Okay? I love you, my dear. Don't forget to be good to you. You've worked hard. I see. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is for everyone, whether you asked a question or not. Go outside, Cordelia. Go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. You're welcome, sweetheart. Go outside and get some fresh air. Okay? Yeah. I know where a lot of you live. It's snowing and stuff, but you can still go out stick your face out the door. And for those of you that are really daring and still swim when it's snowing, I don't understand that. I just don't. Yeah, well, get outside. Get some fresh snow, bring it in, use it in a spell or something. Maeve, Maeve, circles and rhythms. Honor the circles and rhythms of your body, energy levels, and emotion. D. So beautiful. I really love this deck. Oh, sorry. There. And AINE, I don't know, leap of faith. Take a risk. Put your heart's true desire into action. That tells me a whole lot of you here tonight are not doing your heart's desire. You know, they tell people, do what you love and get paid for it and you'll never hate it. You'll never be bored. Something like that. Do what you love and it will reward you. Ishtar, boundaries. Oh, how pretty. Love yourself enough to say no to others. How many times have I told y'all that? Maybe you'll listen now, because I didn't say it. Love yourself enough to say no to others. Demands on your time and energy. Say no to others on your time and energy. No, that's not her ear. It's a head dressing up there. That's a head dressing. Okay. And last but not least, okay, not last, sorry. Yemanya, Yemanya, golden opportunity. Ooh, important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. I don't know why you guys take the time to be shy and stuff, okay? What are you being shy for? When somebody says, take this, it's yours, say, okay, thank you. Not, oh no, give it to Tasha. She deserves it more than I do. I will take it. Honey, please. I don't turn down my collar for nothing. I mean, I don't turn down nothing but my collar. Oh, you see, I usually don't wear one, okay? Hardly any of my blouses have a collar. Okay. I've never read this card before. Wow. Onya, Oonagh. Easy does it. Told you guys. Easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. But you know who this is for, right? I don't say the name. I don't speak that name, but you know who are new, you know what is. Okay? Yeah. Because, I prayed for him just like I prayed for, Obama, and bless that the best outcome for the most that need it will occur. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Did you hear? We don't force things, okay? We just accept it, okay? So now you'd be like, well, I know, Tasha, you said to be still for 2 minutes a day, every day, but, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do it right now. No, you don't have to do it right now. You do it, next time you need to go to the bathroom. Close the door, lock the door, set yourself in for 2 minutes, and just think one specific thought. As soon as your mind travels elsewhere, you got to stop. Start all over again. Yeah, that's fun. And just think one specific thought every single time until you can see that thought clearly, specifically. You could taste it, touch it, smell it, feel it. Then you're there. Then you get to move up to 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Because think of it like this, the longer you can be still, then you can move on to the next step, which is protection, and the next step, which is grounding, and the next step, which I feel then is meditation. Okay, I don't necessarily believe I just sit here, I'm meditating. You can believe that. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you how I do it, okay? I'm not the end-all be-all. I am not. That's just how Granny taught me. And just like you do what your ancestors say, I do what my ancestors say. Well, I do it a lot of different ways. If it's raining, I just go outside and let the rain absorb the rain and its vibration. I save some of that water for you witches out there. Save some of that rainwater. If it's, what do you call it, Janice? The thing hits the tree. Lightning, thundering, lightning. Thunder is sound, lightning is light energy. So when it hits the tree or the sand or whatever, and then that calcifies and it turns glass-like, keep that. That is great. That is excellent to put on your altar. Yes, it is. Little things like that, if you're, into magical stuff, would behoove you to put in your home, on your altar. I don't drink the rainwater, but did you know rainwater is a great cleanser? So here's my example of that. I was cleaning out the car. The towel was dirty. I left it, on the side of the car. Forgot all about it. It rained. I picked it up and I said, oh, well, I'm just going to lay this on the dashboard and I'll take it in the house when I come back from my errands. I moved the towel and there's a clean spot. So I thought, oh, good. So I put the towel back in the gutter. I picked it up, almost drenching wet. I laid it across the whole. I had a 77 Caprice Classic, y'all. Yeah, I love that car. Anyway, so I laid it on the dash and got the whole dashboard clean. And then I thought, well, if it's going to clean the dashboard, it'll probably clean my face. Thank you. It'll probably clean my face. So then I put a rag outside, catch me some rainwater. I dunked my rag in there and I scrubbed my face really hard. I don't use soap. That's not true. I do, like, every 3 days, or at least on Saturday and Sunday, I'll use black soap. Okay? No, it's not black people soap. It's called black soap. Okay? Just things like that we don't normally think of, Yeah, see, and Janet can tell Janice. Oh, she must be thinking about me. And Janice can tell you all the magical things probably you could do with that burnt lightning struck tree or sand or rock or whatever. She's a great priestess who will be having classes shortly, by the way. Um, Let me see what else. Uh, I find it's a great time to do your rituals when, maybe it's not raining, just barely sprinkling. You go out and the wind, and so you do your ritual honoring the wind, air, okay? And air of the, is it East, Janice? Don't tell Ryan I asked you that. And, you do your ritual for air, okay? It's raining, you do your ritual for water. You go inside, you light a candle, you do your ritual for fire. You're next to a plant that you put your crystals in on full moon nights, you do your ritual for earth. Yeah, sure. Why not? It doesn't have to be how somebody else does it. You do your ritual how you do your ritual. Okay? Okay, what else did they tell me to tell you? Oh, yeah. We cannot, those of us that are here, we're here, of a different understanding, and I'm not saying that you have to be like me. I'm saying that Spirit said we could choose not to be upset by things we can't change. Okay? So, when I go over to Dana's house and Dana's like, oh, I just made this good old pecan pie. Oh, yeah, I got it right. Thanks. Sorry. You would think by now I would have it down, right? But you know what had happened was when I'm doing the ritual, I got it. When I'm not doing the ritual, I have to think, okay, let me close my eyes and let me, okay, turn to the east and, okay, and I still make my circle and greet the towers, Anyway, it in the process of raising your spiritual vibration, consider taking less and less time to be angry about things we can't change. I think I said that right. Did I say that right? Okay, thanks. So in knowing that I can't change, let's say the presidency, I'm just going to ride with it. Because you know what? It's 4 years out of your life that maybe you could think of doing something different instead of just hating and complaining, because once you're in that mindset, all that stuff is going to see you and charge right in your face. Okay? Right in your face. So it's just word from Spirit. It would be easier to just focus on other stuff. Follow the law and focus on other stuff. We also have to follow our spiritual law, don't we? Which to me overrules other laws. That's my perception. I'm not saying for you to do that. You got to do whatever makes you comfortable in your skin. However, I look at it like this. When I stay in tune with Spirit, you automatically follow man's law, because you don't want to go to jail for having an open bottle of whiskey in your car. You just don't do it. It's like I was having a talk with Miss Sophia here, and I'm like, I don't get really why we need the 10 Commandments and whatnot. I know right from wrong. I don't need to be told don't sleep with Dana's husband. I don't need that. I understand some do. I, however, am not one. So therefore, I'm going to take this change with a grain of salt. I will follow my spiritual laws. Therefore, I automatically follow the physical laws. whether I like it or not. But me sitting here bumping my head against a brick wall, standing in a puddle of my own blood, is not acceptable to my spirituality. That's like going back to kindergarten after I got to university. What the hell I look like? I'm standing here with my MBA and, it turns on, catches on fire and fizzles out. And I'm standing in a kindergarten, group of kids all over again. No, I don't go backwards. I go forwards. And whatever happens, happens. I'm a fat black chick. A lot of people hate me just 'cause. Do you think that's going to bother me? Let me answer that for you. Hell no. I'm going to love you despite your beliefs. That's it. That's just my choice. I love you no matter. Because whatever God you believe in works for you. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And whatever goddess I believe in works for me. Because you know what? I might rent this room, but my life's pretty damn good. Okay? I want your life to be good all the time. Follow your spirit. Listen to what it says. And do that instead of, oh my God, I don't have enough money for gas and to get something to eat. We could just say, hello out there. Need something to eat today. Thanks. And then you step out on faith. You step out on faith. And know, leap and the net will appear. Right? Yeah, sure. Sure. The universe is always going to rise up to meet you. She's not going to be like, child, you ain't did nothing. You don't believe hard enough. I don't think so. The universe will be like, okay, girl, I got you. Here's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now you might say, peanut butter and jelly? I wanted a steak and potato. In which she will turn around and say, okay, probably I'll give that peanut butter and jelly sandwich to the homeless guy out front. You don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I mean, come on now. Let's get real, okay? When you see the $5 on the street, pick it up, boo-boo. Pick up that thing and then go get you something to eat. It has to work that way. It has to. Just like me. A lot of you seen my YouTube videos. I have about 7,000 now. When I was in the trailer, 23-foot trailer in Gilroy. For those of you who don't know, it's garlic land. It's the garlic capital of the world. I lived on 2 acres of dirt, shit, thorns, thistles, 20 bazillion animals. God. 25 fruit trees, so it's not like I ever starved, okay? However, I knew I could have better. And here it is. Ask and you shall receive, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Because both of my freezers here are full, okay? Yeah, girl ain't wanting for no food, okay? Well, a burger maybe, but that's okay. I'm not going to push it. PBJ's good, So, it would behoove you just to learn your gifts, no matter what they are. Figure out what they are on your own sometimes. I mean, there's not a video for everything. What works for me might not work for you. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not going to. I'm just saying don't get your hopes up and say, oh, well, I'll just do what Tasha does. No, you're not in my skin. My beautiful, lovely, voluptuous skin. You're in your skin, so you have to do your work for yourself. You seek and the teacher will appear. Okay? And then don't say, oh, no, I'm not ready yet. You must be ready. You asked, the teacher showed up. Get over the fear and step onto your path and your purpose for being. Okay, so even if I'm wrong, think of it this way. What if you graduated? I don't consider it dying. I consider it graduation because all this is going to be gone. I won't weigh nothing. I'm just going to be a cute little yellow light bulb floating around, So what if, just what if with me, okay? Indulge me. I'm a baby Aries, okay? Just go with me. Just go with the flow. You get to the other side, and for those of you who've ever seen the movie Made in Heaven, okay? Timothy Hutton, Kelly McGillis, 1985. That and the one with Cuba Gooding Jr., What Come What May. And there's another movie that I firmly believe is exactly how it's going to be when we graduate. Okay, so let's just work with me here. So we have no more skin. You go to the other side. You're gonna think however you think it's gonna be, might be how it's gonna be, unless you believe in hellfire, damnations, and cherubs and with wings and harps and stuff. Because according to Granny, they only have over there on the other side of the veil, just right here, what we have here. We'll see when we get to the other side, huh? In the meantime, you go, you meet your ancestors, they're there to greet you, and then you're looking at your body down here. I won't say down, you're looking at your body here in your bed, dead, and you start to think, oh wow, I should have done that, and I should have done this. Wow, maybe I'll go back. Maybe I'll stay here and I'll just, tell Tasha what to tell people. What if you, on the other side, see this past life, because you don't have skin now, so it's past, right? And you said, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have given those readings, I should have taken that lady on as a client and gave her a healing. I just didn't have enough faith in myself. When you could just do it and get it over with and be happy. Because let me tell you this, as soon as you get over the fear of it, and it took me, well, I was, 14, 15, and the throat swell up thing, that's a story for another day, probably tomorrow. I'll tell you my story. And then you start giving readings, and Granny's like, okay, let's practice some more. You say, and she's like, come on, honey, you can do it. She's so sweet. Oh, Granny, I'm so glad you're right here for me. Thanks for the little pushes and nudges. And you could do it. You could do it, honey. Come on, you just close your eyes and, well, what do you see? And she's so, you're gonna start making me cry. She's so beautiful. Anyway, so you do your gifts. And then I forced myself to get on Pal Talk and just do readings, all day on Saturday, because I needed to build up the energy and build and build and build. I'm not saying you should do that. I am saying you could consider forcing yourself to just, do, 2 readings a day. One question. I'm not talking about like a 3-hour reading like I do. That took time to build up to that. So now, since I decided I'm going to just hold my breath and jump. So I got on whatever it was back in 1983 to build up my stamina, build up my energy, build. And now I could do readings for 10 hours. But at first I had to do it just for an hour. And I was exhausted. And I ate a cow. Ugh. So anyway, I finally got a reading. The lady, someplace here in Campbell, there was 2 of them on Blog Talk Radio. I really love Blog Talk Radio. Said, why don't you try eating before? Eat a huge meal before you do your readings, Tosh. And I said, I can do that. Okay. And ever since then, I'm not as much of a pig afterwards. But right now, yeah, I'm probably going to have both little White Castle burgers. Yes, I am. With some Kool-Aid. Yes. I am not going to lie. So I'm just saying it would probably be easier instead of fighting it. Just go ahead and do it. And get it over with. It's just like taking a bath. The only problem with taking a bath is starting the water. Because once you're in, you don't want to get out, right? I see you. Nodding. I see you. And you just turn some more hot water on when it starts to cool off. And you're like, oh, I don't want to get out. Oh, this feels so good. Oh. And then you swish the water so it's warm again on your body. Yeah, I see you. And if you happen to make great, bath salts like Janice, oh my God. My sister still is thanking you for that bath salt, by the way. Just so you know. She said, oh my God, I smell so good and it lasts all day. I said, okay, I'm going to have her make some more. So I'm going to send her all but a little bit of mine so she could be happy. Just consider being different. Do whatever you think it's going to take for you to use your gifts effortlessly. Hold your breath, jump, get over it, and be successful. You know, a lot of people, this is all they need to be doing because we think, oh, I have to have an 8 to 5. No, you don't. You assume that because that's what you were taught. I was raised by a single mother to have 5 companies and be a millionaire 5 times over. She bought tons of shoes and diamonds and Cadillacs and houses. Horrible life, huh? Yeah. Anyway, I really want you to consider just using your gifts, okay? If you need a little help, I'm always here. I might not answer right away, but I will answer, okay? Let's see, what else? I already said, okay, Gypsy Woman, GYPSYWOMBMAN.com. Tourmaline. Okay, I feel silly. I don't remember. Tourmaline Treasures. Okay, Janice, go ahead and put the thing. Sorry. I can see your face on your website, but I can't think of the exact name of your site. I'm sorry. I'm so used to just clicking on pictures to have it automatically renew and buffer, which I haven't been doing for the past 2 days. Sorry, ladies. I have been working outside the house. So let's all just try to relax, be still, know that better is on the way, and practice your gifts. Just practice. If you need somebody to practice on that you don't know, let me know. You know, Gypsy Woman, Janice, Sophia, they would be, I'm sure, more than happy to ask you one specific question so you can answer it, so you can practice. Okay? Tabitha, you hear me out there, Tabitha? Are you there, Tabitha? Okay? We got to practice. All you guys that aren't using your gifts would want to practice, because I'm telling you, Tourmaline Talisman, thank you. I'm sorry, honey. Life gets so much better, faster, easier once you let go of things you can't change, and once you start using your gifts. I'm telling you. And you say, well, Tasha, that sounds like it's hard and exhausting. Yeah. Do you think I carry all this around just because I don't have nothing else to do? No, it's protection and protection and protection from junk. Yeah. And then once you protect yourself and not get fat, it will flow. It will flow. I'm telling you, it will flow. So, having said all that, I'll shut up now so you guys can go and have a nice, nice evening. YouTube, thank you for being here. TashaSpeaks@gmail.com. If you have any questions, theangels.us when you're ready to join Angels, Teachers, and Guides, learning how to use your gifts. TashasTouch.com when you're ready to buy that beautiful piece of healing jewelry. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm telling you, your energy just lifts me. I almost feel like I'm in church. I'll see you next Friday. I love you. Go be good to yourself, please. And I'll see you guys online. Bye.